This is Dragonveil. It's a tabletop role-playing game I built because I wanted a system that treats combat like it matters, but also treat the story equally like it matters. Not role-playing to optimal unless the DM begs, not the story is the whole game and combat is just merely an inconvenience. Both are balanced. And at its heart, Dragonveil is a blend, and I'm not trying to hide that. I'm actually proud of it. Dragonveil is inspired by both games that I love the most, D&D 5e and Daggerheart. It uses material from Daggerheart SRD under the Darrington Press Community Gaming License. I'm saying that clearly because I respect the games that taught me how to love this hobby in the first place. And the point that I'm trying to make is that Dragonveil isn't just a copy. It's not D&D with a new coat of paint. It's not Daggerheart, but I forced a D20 into the mechanics. It's me taking the bones of both games that I trust and shaping them into something that plays more balanced at the table, with less friction and more momentum. And that's kind of why I made Dragonveil in the first place. I got tired of systems where the role-play rules are basically, I don't know, roll and see if you succeed. And I got tired of systems where the narrative mechanics are cool and are really well made, but combat feels like it got brushed over for the dramatics. Now I know both games have kind of adjusted to meet them in the middle, but it's clear one side is still more emphatic to the other. Like, there's still an emphasis on combat for one game, and there's still an emphasis on role-play with the other game. It kind of like loses the balance of like role-playing and game. I wanted a game where your character can be tactical and strong and crunchy in the right ways, but where story choices don't get flattened into boring pass or fail checks. I wanted drama that actually has a mechanic behind it, so it doesn't rely on one person at the table having the perfect improv day. And also, while I love both games that are direct inspirations to this, sometimes it can be really hard to cheat. There's a lot of rules for both of them, and while there are easy to watch video guides, they're still very intimidating to come across when you're trying to introduce someone to the game that you want them to love. So I wanted it to be easier to teach. So in Dragonveil, I made it simple. You only need 4 different types of dice. That's it. A D20, D10s, a D8, and a D4. No digging through a dice bag like you're panning for gold. And while I love dice, I'm a dice goblin myself, and I love all of my dice equally, it gets kind of bothersome when you're trying to look for the right specific type of die. It sounds oversimplified until you actually use it at the table and you realize how much faster everything moves. It's still tactical and it's still crunchy, but fast-paced enough where everyone has a turn. I describe Dragonveil like this. It's where tactics meet drama. It's heroic fantasy where the rules support the feeling of being in your character's mind. Not in a selfish way, but in a way where your choices create consequences, where everyone can feel like a main character. And the big thing that makes it feel different is Dragonveil has an actual momentum engine for story. It's called Ember and Frost. Ember is the player's leverage, Frost is the GM's leverage. And don't worry, I'll make an entire video describing what people might compare it to. I know it's going to get heavily compared to both games, but mentioning this is going to get compared heavily to one specific game. But I'll get into that in another video. But all you need to know for now is Ember is player's leverage, and Frost is GM's leverage as well. You don't earn it from random busy work, it's tied to plot relevant moments. When something matters, you roll for it, and the game gives you either the advantage to push forward or gives you an extra complication to work through. And I need to be super clear about all of this, because I'm pretty sure some of this might be just a little bit hectic, and some of it might sound too familiar, but I want to be really clear. The whole point of this game is that it's not finished. It's not. This is in its infancy. And that's not me apologizing, that's me inviting you to break my game. Because Dragonveil was made to be played. It was made to be stress tested, to be argued with, to be loved, broken, repaired, revised, and made better with real tables and real games. I'm not coming to you like, behold the final solution of tabletop role-playing. No, I'm arrogant, but I am not that arrogant. I'm coming to you saying this is my love letter to all of the TTRPG games that you've come to love, to the games that raised me and helped fuel my creative engine when I felt like I had nothing left to give. I think it solves some problems that I keep running into to games that I do love. So help me prove it, or help me fix it and be more original. And again, I'm nowhere near ashamed of the influences that I got my game from. Dragonveil is openly inspired by D&D 5e and Daggerheart, and it's built with respect for those systems while still trying to be its own thing. So if you like tactical fantasy, but you want story mechanics that actually create momentum for your combat, or if you like narrative systems but you miss the clarity of classic combat, if you want something you can teach without making your friends memorize 12 different types of frameworks and dice and rules and spells, try Dragonveil. Download it in the description below. There's the character sheet, there's the handbook. It's a little hefty, but it's easy to read, I promise. Build your character, run a one-shot, tell me what works, tell me what breaks, tell me what feels unfair, tell me what feels right. Because this game is supposed to grow, but the only way it can grow is through you. And if you play it, you're not just playing a new TTRPG, you're helping me make it.